I haven't seen you since the plague.
Expect the worst. Some drink champagne, some die of thirst. No way of knowing which way it's going. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Hope for the best, expect the worst. The world's a stage, we're unrehearsed. Some reach the top, friends, while others drop, friends. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I knew a man who saved a fortune that was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it, shouting, live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Live while you're alive. No one will survive. There's no guarantee.
Love it. Blokes, I bloody love it. I love The Witcher. I love the way he swing his big sword. I will give the show a lot of props for not doing exactly what I just did. That it's not some horrible pastiche of like British peasantry. It feels distinct for not just being medieval England with monsters in it. Does that make sense? Like what I'm laying out there? Because that would be
it's medieval
accepted
England, but
default.
doesn't feel like it's Albion.
Yes. And I think this show, it's something that I've noticed a lot, especially on this rewatch, is that, and maybe I'm like grading on a very significant curve here, but for a fucking European fantasy show, this show's diverse as hell. Like this,
it's
like
really cool
compared to the fucking Lord of the Rings, which I love, obviously, but like lily white. Like no one is even tan in those fucking movies unless they are orcs. Whereas like Yennefer is played by a half Indian woman, which would not be the presumed casting for that character. No, normally the only black character in these stories is the noble captain of the guard, which we did have in the first episode, but it didn't stand out as much because you had Istrid right there, and you had Triss is a woman of color in this show. Frigilla Vigo is a woman of color in this show. Compared to fucking Game of Thrones, like this is diverse as hell, and that is something that I've appreciated a lot this second time around.
It's a cool. It's exciting to see something where like I don't know. It feels like it's its own world. Like it doesn't feel like a heavy-handed like metaphor for something that you could just address head on. It feels like they talk about separate issues. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like they're like, it's fantasy, we must make slavery metaphors. It's like, no.
The
it's
elves
like,
are, this race metaphor.
Don't do that, you know? It's like, you've got fantasy. Let's live in the fantasy. And like,
right.
It's really neat. I'm enjoying myself so much. I'm really excited because now we have like only 2 episodes left and I'm just itching. I'm like, I want to know, but I don't want to get too far ahead because I want it to be kind of fresh when we come in.
Absolutely.
Next Tuesday.
I'll tell you, I don't remember a lot from the 7th episode in particular, but the 8th episode is a real humdinger of a season finale.
Real banger.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm
a real
so excited. Just because, like, the way that... I mean, first of all, like, I found myself while I was watching episode 5 and 6... Was it 5 and 6? Yeah, 5 and 6 today, of me going, like, okay... Because the timeline is just coming together more and more and more and more and more. And so I'm going, oh, okay, I think I know where we are now. Oh, okay, that's where we are now. And now I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
Where I thought is not where we are.
Timelines have like lined up and one of them is still floating. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to get from here to there? And how is... I'm excited to figure out like how Yennefer is going to come back into the picture as we finally meet up with Ciri. So
yeah, it as you might imagine, it slots into place by the end of this season. Where by the end of
like 30 seconds of this show's first season is just
it rules. I've been fucking hungry
so
for more for a full year now. I've just been waiting for them to like suddenly pay off on what we have set up at the end of this season. Now that like all of our heroes are at the same time.
I feel an itching for y'all don't need to say anything because I don't want it to be spoiler, but like very clearly there's like an itching, especially it's like okay, like Yennefer wants a baby.
A baby, one of those.
Yennefer
wants one of those.
Look at that little
Oh,
monster.
hello, Squish.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Bean.
Look at you. Like you're like hello.
Hello.
You
The
can't
baby
see
is
anything.
Skyping.
You don't know anything.
It's a stream.
You
You
know
don't
nothing.
understand.
Yeah, he's real dumb. He's
You,
real dumb.
oh my god, he's the size of your hand. That
He's
is
so
crazy.
little.
Babies are so small.
You ever think
I'm
about how
also
small
not-
babies
I'm
are?
also very large.
That's true, but
Well,
still,
yeah.
You want
one of my favorite things to say whenever I see like an infant or something like that, and I'm like caught off guard, I'm always like, "Oh, I didn't know they came in that size." Like just whoa.
I was ever that small?
I used to be that small. No, but what I'm speaking of babies, what I'm seeing is Yennefer's like, I want a child, or I want the ability to have the choice to have a child, but it translates more so into like, I want a child, and Geralt's like, oh, I can't have a child either, but I'm stuck with one that I don't want, and she's like, excuse me?
The fuck did you say?
Yeah, right. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, there's this odd, like, chosen, somehow, like, pseudo-nuclear family setup that they've implied.
I
that
love
it's
this
just Geralt,
trash
Yennefer,
family. I love
I'm
this
like-
trash family.
And I'm like, okay, so, like, when Geralt finally comes into connection with Ciri, Yennefer has to be there, and it has to be, like, it's, like, Yennefer's, like, daughter now. I don't know. I'm so
I mean, that
curious.
is, like, obviously what they're setting up for. Like, I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything. Like, that is obviously where we're going.
Like, how they're gonna play off that dynamic, I'm just like, I have no idea.
No, it's very
Didn't the games do this differently?
Well, the games are also, like, 20 years after this show. You know what I mean? So, like, there's...
No, but like when Ciri comes into play in the third game, yes, she's much older, but don't they make hints that like Ciri's actually like Yennefer and Geralt's son, but Yennefer did magic to make him forget that he had a kid? Or something
No.
fucked up like that?
Wait, so is Ciri a boy in the games, or is
No,
Ciri
Ciri's a girl. Ciri's a girl. Caleb is making things a little too
What did I do?
confusing.
Gender's sake, it's all good.
What did I
The
do?
video game franchise starts with Geralt losing his memory of all the books.
Ciri,
But that
no, I
was not something Yennefer did. But again, we're overcomplicating this.
Wait, who did I gender swap, and how did I do it? Because
I have
Ciri,
no
you
idea
said-
how you
said
did it.
Ciri, you refer to Ciri as Geralt's son.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was looking at my own son and I was proud.
That was all that I could.
Cat's
My
Cradle was
wife
playing in
decided
my
to give him
head.
a bath while I jumped on this call, and I was like, "That seems something like I wouldn't want to do on my own." She was like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." And she put him in the water, and he was like, "Bah, bah, bah." So,
Nah, you're all good. We just talked about
home by no water.
WandaVision in the lead up to your call.
Oh
But
no, I mean she's giving him a bath right now. That's why I'm going
oh,
inside
sick.
because
Hell
he's
yeah.
quailing in the cold.
Gonna have your standard podcast smoke. And it's yeah, the
Yes.
no, in the video games Geralt has lost his memory of the books, but it's because of XYZ, not something Yennefer specifically did. It's its own kettle of fish that is far too complicated for what we're doing here. So we're, this is Advanced Witcher Studies, a podcast where we talk about The Witcher, and we're actually doing it at the start of an episode this time.
Whoa.
Can we
Only because
envoy
Ken didn't hit
in...
record for the other 30-minute conversation that's been had already.
Yeah, exactly. That is a separate file that I will upload on Thursday because I love those tasty download numbers. But, so the most potent fertile ground here, I mean, is partially the Geralt and Yennefer relationship, which I think is fascinating. But
Which is also not fertile ground.
yeah, very sterile ground. Yeah, very good. Neither of them
the daddy
are.
house for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Neither of them can bear a child. Their seed may find no purchase. But So that's from Raising Arizona. The
That's from
Yennefer
Gross.
wants a baby plotline. I have a particular read on, and it's very similar to my read of the very controversial scene from Avengers: Age of Ultron, the scene that sparked 1,000 think pieces.
Wait, which scene?
The scene where Black Widow says, like, I had a part of my body ripped out and I feel like a monster. And not everyone, but a lot of people turn that into, like, Joss Whedon is specifically saying that women who cannot bear children are not people. My reading of that scene is not that she's upset she cannot bear a biological child. She's upset that, like, there was a part of her life where she had her uterus ripped out to become a better killing machine. Like, that's my reading of that scene, is that, it'd be the same as if, like, I had my kidneys removed to be a killing machine.
That doesn't mean that Joss Whedon doesn't suck.
I mean, he sucks. Like, I do not want anyone to get the wrong read that I'm a Joss Whedon apologist.
And I remember hearing that, and I never once was like, oh man, Black Widow thinks because she can't be a mom, she's a bad person. I was no, she's pulling on, like, literally generations of, like, Russian counterintelligence. There's a really great line from Blacklist, which is a show I'm begrudgingly watching now because it will not wrap up its plot lines. And there's a really great line, though, where Katerina Rostova, who's this Russian agent, says that Americans made spies to hide next to their enemies, and Russians made spies to lay down with their enemies, talking about how Russians used women as, like, tools of espionage in really shitty ways. And I was like, damn, that's dark. But, like, that's the history that Black Widow's character pulls on. So when she said that, like, yeah, she was turned into a monster, I figured it was what you were saying, Kev, like a reference to, like, yeah, they took away my ability to, like, not be a killing machine, and that's turned me into a fucking killer, which is a monster.
Right. I mean, I think it is also important that we do acknowledge that the idea that women who can't bear children are monsters is a toxic thing that some people have perpetuated for time.
100%. 100%.
I mean, it's been ingrained into even into like transphobic narratives. So I think it's important for us to acknowledge that, like, yeah, that is something that probably could have been handled with a little bit more finesse. Maybe if there were more women on the creative team or overseeing or even just involved in the writing of it, it could have been down to, like, writing the line just a little bit different. I mean, it's really
do. Easy. You know what you do? You know what you do? You have Hulk say, I don't want to get in a relationship because I don't want to have kids. Because he's Hulk and he's afraid of himself. And she'd be like, that's fine. Because that's what adults do. Adults have those conversations.
Yeah, well, we also established in the Hulk movie that we sort of ignore that, like, he can't.
Yeah,
because, like, if he gets
do
excited,
and don't ignore. Yeah, he can't fuck, which I think they've tossed out. That he can't fuck. I think he fucks.
Also, to be perfectly clear, he doused himself with radiation, which isn't exactly a fertility god's recipe.
Right, exactly. He's a nuclear boy. But yeah, anyway, that's
green.
He's a glowing green baby killer. Like, that is his whole.
But that is, I mean, that, you know, and I get where the criticisms of both the Avengers plotline and the Witcher plotline are coming from. Like, I don't think they're without base, and they're based on a long cultural history of this. I watched this show with my partner, as I watch many shows, and the first time we watched it, she had a very negative reaction to it, and then the second time, I think she's sort of now on my plane where it's like, okay, I have more of Kevin's reading on this, but it is definitely a trope throughout media, is that if a character says, I don't want a kid, they will then come to regret that, especially a woman. Like, New Girl had a whole episode where Cece's like, I don't want kids, I don't want kids, I don't want kids, and then she learns that she can't have them, and suddenly is, like, crying that she can't have a kid, you know. And it's not a trope.
It is an interesting. They do an interesting commentary on the idea of having a child more so as a choice. that really stuck with me.
The Witcher
in a
did.
specific way. Yennefer, because
Yes.
they're talking about it, and she's like, "I can't have kids," and he says, "You don't strike me as the kind of person that wants to have kids," and she says in pretty explicit terms, it's not that she wants kids, it's she wants the choice. She wants to be able to make that choice for herself.
And she wants someone
that-
to see her as their whole world, right? She wants to be
but
wanted.
also outside of that, right? Because she gets the
Mhm.
closure on that when Geralt says you're important to me, and you see that kind of closure she gets when she smiles and when she turns and he's still in bed with her. That's clear,
Yes.
right? But she's very explicit in saying that it's not that she wants kids, it's that she wants control over her own decisions. And that to me is what sticks out about her. It's not that she wants kids, it's she's wants to say, I'm not going to have kids because I choose not to have kids. It's about power and control for her, which is very true to character, but I think is a really important perspective that's very clearly informed by the creative team. It's like you can tell that people who have uteruses are involved in this dialogue because there's an understanding of the kind of decision making. It's like the important the important thing is the choice. It's not, do you have a kid? Do you not have a kid? Both of them are valid. And we get so caught up in like, the propaganda of like women are supposed to have kids, or like, well, you don't need to have kids and stuff like that. It's like, it doesn't matter. The thing we are focusing on is the choice. And it's this really tiny line, but it really resonated with me. And I was like, damn, that's cool.
So
That is
can I have a moment to make? Okay, I'm gonna ask for preemptive forgiveness because this might be a hot take, but I remember watching this show, and hearing this particular line of dialogue, and kind of thinking that like Yennefer struck me as someone who was trying to eat her cake and have it too, because like, and I'm not saying that her transformation was her choice because it wasn't 100% her choice, but like she got what she wanted and then realized what it wasn't what she wanted. So like there's a strong undercurrent in this scene to me of somebody who like sold their soul to the devil and then went, oh shit, I didn't actually want this, I wanted this other thing. And so like as much as like I do see that like being an expression of her wishing she had more control, and I also see it as like kind of she took control and did what she thought what she wanted to do, and now the time has passed, she's like, fuck.
Maybe I think I mean it's a pretty clear theme that her having control and her wanting it all, like they say it explicitly when she's trying to capture the djinn in her body. She's like, what do you want? And she's like, what do you? And he says, what is it you want? And she goes, everything. Right?
Yes.
It's very clear that she just wants all of it, wants to have her cake and eat it too. But I think that also plays off of a central theme societally. Like the commentary that I'm excited about from the show exists mostly through Yennefer, which is exciting. But like the idea of the question, like when like women are asked like, how do you have it all? Like, how do you the work? Like that whole
How
concept,
does she
which is so
do it?
fucking stupid, right? Because it's not asked of men, it's not asked of anybody else.
Yes.
It's only asked of women. And I think that kind of they're playing with that theme. I think what you're catching on to, Caleb, is right, especially because it's informed by the lens of Geralt, who's constantly being like, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like you can't
Right.
do this.
I think she is being a little contradictory and maybe a little like manipulative or hesitate to use the word selfish. And I also think that's like okay. Like she is a manipulative, selfish character.
But I think of all the characters in the show, she is the one that I like. I'm like, yeah, fucking do it. I do it. You fucking deserve it.
Absolutely.
You deserve to be selfish. Absolutely. I'm like, fucking you go, girl. Let's fuck them up. Let's go.
Right. And all of these things can be true at the same time. You know what I mean? Like all of these ideas and readings and themes can be true at the same time. And just since this is such a major focal point of these two episodes, I thought it would be good to like address it at the top.
Yeah, I think that's what's exciting about the show is that they have complex characters and they exist in complex, sometimes contradictory ways. And it's like, that's human. We're talking about all these characters that are not humans, but they're incredibly human. It's It's so refreshing. Like, perfectly honest, it's so fucking refreshing.
Caleb, if we interrupted you and you had more, do feel
No,
free to
that was
continue.
really it. No, that was really it. It felt for a minute
Okay.
like it was kind of a hot take because like when she said she wanted kids, I was kind of like, "Fuck you!" What? But then like realizing that it wasn't purely that desire, but a desire to have that power.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
But that didn't stop my knee jerk being like, "Fuck you!"
Right, and
Get
I
the fuck
also
outta
think
here.
that like
Well, I
this
think
is
it's
someone
because as the stuff that she does to try to achieve that though is destructive not only to herself but to others. Like she's putting people in danger. She
Yeah.
goes to fucking kill a dragon.
right.
Like these are like she's self-motivated, which is like her whole thing. She's like, I couldn't give a shit about all these lame ass boys, right? Which is like, again, good for you, sis. Fuck it up.
Oh,
But
good
like at
for
the same time,
her.
she's being destructive to come for something that is, God, it's like, it's really fascinating. It's also exciting to see just like the lengths she will go to get what she wants, which is the quality that is constantly revered in men and looked down upon in women, and even you can question her and you'd be like, oh, why are you doing that, and view her as a complex, but not once do you, at least for me, not once did I ever go, I don't like you, or like you're
No, for
upsetting me for doing it. Like I am always
See,
like,
I'm the contrary.
Really?
I hate
That's-
everybody in this show.
oh, okay. Well, as long as you hate
everybody's
everybody.
yeah, no. That's it's the same as what you're saying, but also the opposite. In that,
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
I do
work.
think that she's a selfish asshole. But Geralt wishes that he doesn't lose her, and that's selfish as fuck. And like everybody in this
Absolutely.
universe does really, really selfish shit, and like it makes everybody puts everyone on a level playing field,
But
and it
was
goes all the
that
way back to the
selfish?
first episode. Yes, absolutely.
Why? He saved her life.
He literally wished to something that had power over fate that she be unable to escape him. That's selfish as fuck.
But
That's like
what
a
was his
genie.
motivation?
That's like a
But
genie.
what was his motivation though?
It doesn't
It can
matter,
be both.
because that's like
It
a
can be
genie
both
asking.
at the same time.
That's the reason why genies say I can't make somebody love you, because it's controlling somebody else, not you. So when he says I don't want to lose her, she can no longer escape Geralt, despite whether or not she wants to. So that's why she gets pissed. He takes her control away from her because he's selfish and doesn't want to lose her. Like, yes, that may be romantic in a way. He wants no part of it.
But he made that
He's
wish
an- he's a-
before he made that wish before he had any reason to not want to lose her. They
True,
weren't.
so he made that wish without finding out if he wanted to keep her.
No, I interpreted it very explicitly as he made that wish because if he hadn't wished for specifically that, the Jinn would have killed her. He found a loophole because
That
if
is-
he had to be with him, then the Jinn couldn't have killed her because the Jinn would therefore have to leave her alive. So he had to make a wish that involved connecting her to him. So I viewed it as him who we know he doesn't like being with people. And after that, he starts having this strong relationship to her. After that, they boink it down. Like it's strange like turn because we've seen him like sleeping with people, but it's been like a financial agreement. It's been with like prostitutes, which is like we love to see it. It's great, awesome.
Yeah.
And it's not portrayed in a negative light. But this is the first time where we see him go like, I have a relationship with a person.
Right, and the last time we saw him like express this kind of affection for someone was Renfrey, and then she horribly died because of the interaction between the two.
Right.
Of them, right.
So to me, that says that he's even less likely to have wanted to do that out of a selfish reason of I want to be with this person because he knows that hurts. Right. Even if he doesn't plan it. To me, I viewed it as he logistically went, this is the only way to save this person, and she is far too valuable to whatever's happening in the world for us to lose her. She's far too powerful. We cannot lose this mage.
So how do you explain her immediate anger at finding out he's done that?
Because
her
wouldn't
anger
you?
is
her interpretation is perfectly valid. What I'm saying is,
I'm saying.
no, I agree. I'm just pointing out the nuance of intention, right? Which is why this is such an amazing moment. It's like, okay, he did something that she didn't like because it took power away from her, and we could very easily be like, oh, that was selfish of him. But then to also say, but in the same time, she's got two things she could come to the understanding of. One, she's alive because of him. Simultaneously, she lost a bit of her own control because of him. So it's a double-edged sword, which is another theme that they play with for this entire episode. So it's
but
it's
also
just
she didn't
great
get what
writing.
she wanted. But also she didn't get what she wanted. He got what he wanted.
She's alive, so she can still want things.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, but she can't. But she doesn't have the chance to get what she was trying to get, which is everything.
Couldn't have
He
done
kinda
that if
took
she was
from
dead anyway.
I think that was her point, though. She was like, "I want it all, or I don't want anything," and he was like, "No."
That's true. No, that is a very valid point as well. It's like, I don't want to go too dark, but the idea of basically who gets to make the decisions of what you do with your life for you,
and Geralt chose that she has to live without what she wants, but because he wants her around.
Yeah, I think my interpretation.
The last part of that.
My interpretation would be, and I think this is kind of what I guess I'm gonna middle ground between the two of you, is that I think it is both.
You fucking
and I'm sorry, I'm a centrist bitch. I'm a fucking white moderate. That and it's something that it was my read already, and then I just read the short story today before logging on, and it's something the short story makes clear, is that it is both. It is, yes, this is the loophole to get out of this situation where this djinn is definitely going to kill her if he does not intervene with his final wish, and it is also, wow, this person's really hot. And I would like to be around them more than I like most people.
I do not think it was a personal attraction. I genuinely believe it had more to do with a respect for her power.
Watch the next couple episodes. Geralt is absolutely obsessed with Yennefer.
Well, yeah, because he made a wish that they were fucking soulmates, so it affected him too.
It's both. I'm telling y'all right now, it is both, and not just because of the short story. It can be.
This is the most contentious fight we've had since the barbecue sauce debacle.
Right, exactly. Since the great ketchup fight of 2020.
Since you tried to say ketchup is bullshit right off the fucking cuff.
Yo, I will fight. I will fight you.
I will find where you live. And good ketchup.
I will fly to the Midwest.
I will mail you some fucking ketchup.
Jace, let's be honest. If I get you to fly to the Midwest, I've already won.
That's show enough. Show enough.
What?
This place sucks. This place sucks. If you come here, I win.
Because you're here now. I got you. It doesn't matter if I beat you on Mustafar. You've come to Mustafar, so you've already lost. That's some Star Wars horseshit for you. Anyway, we're primarily talking about Season 1, Episode 5, Bottled Appetites. And it is a baby. Hello, baby.
Fresh
Hello,
bath baby. So he's
just a precious little babe.
Just a little
Yes.
nugget.
They're both precious babes.
Yeah, this episode is directed by Charlotte Bronstrom and written by Sneha Koors. In this episode, Geralt and Jaskier come afoul of a djinn because Geralt very badly wants a nap. And in order to cure what appears to be a curse but turns out to be a wish on Jaskier, they run into Yennefer of Vengerberg, who's having a really crazy mind control, eyes wide shut orgy that is not in the book. They added that for the show. And at the same time, we get kind of a, what's Yennefer been up to? Leading up to this reveal. They're trying to steer you away by look over here, so that it's very and then it turns out to be Yennefer that he runs into, again, at a mind control, eyes wide shut orgy. Yennefer's going around, she's giving guys boners with magic. It's really cool stuff. And Yennefer of Viagraberg.
This is the way he described it.
Yeah, and then they take a bath together. It's a bisexual delight. It's a fucking
it's a fabulous thing to witness.
buffet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's very good. It's very good, and the fact that we get to the show is unabashedly letting you oogle everyone is very nice. I have this beef with a lot of video games and just Western media in that, like, I talked about this. I might have talked about this to Amanda recently, but I definitely talked about it to a couple people. Like, Assassin's Creed has this warning in the beginning when you get started that's like, you can turn off nudity if you want, and nudity could contain women's breasts, etc. It stops there. And I played 115 hours of that game, and the only thing in the game is boobs.
I did not see a peen. More peens. More dicks.
Yeah.
More dicks
like,
in media.
It's like they exist in equal quantities. So, like, why don't we have all of it? And so,
for
like,
every
Hollywood
boob I see, there should be a ball. It's equality.
Yeah. Like, Hollywood has this thing that objectifies women by saying, like, nudity is boobs, but a penis makes it too much. And
Too nudity.
I fucking hate it. And so, like,
Caleb, it's because it's gay. We are in a homophobic society.
Oh man, you're telling me that like Thor couldn't accidentally hang brain and people wouldn't be like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Look, I
wouldn't let my wife
want that.
movie. I wouldn't let my wife watch that movie. I know who's on her hall pass list.
No, but there's definitely some people that are insecure that would lose their fucking shit. They would go mental.
That doesn't make a good excuse. What you're saying is correct. But
Okay,
it doesn't make
you
it any better.
genuinely think me saying "but it's gay" is me being serious about it as a good excuse?
Chase, everything you say is 100% serious, which is why we almost got in a blood fight over ketchup.
Yes, I am infamously serious all the time.
Siri is. What's Siri up to right now?
But nothing. Fucking nothing.
Yeah.
No, in this episode, she actually does something.
They spend 3 episodes with her of her being like, she goes into the forest, and then just like, and she leaves the forest, and then something actually happens.
This great plot line where nothing happens. But again, unlike Game of Thrones, where we spend like seasons and seasons of nothing happening, we get like 3 episodes of nothing happening, and it's the D story, so it's fine.
Y'all keep saying nothing happens, but the shapeshifter comes into play.
No, but that's when something does happen. We've gone 2 episodes of her being like, "Oh, I'm in this like forest community, and I learn little bits about this community." And then Mousik shows up, and she's like, "I'm dipping, peace, y'all," and then she leaves.
And nobody feels, and nobody expresses any sadness about Mousik getting unceremoniously killed before we.
I don't think he did.
Anything.
I don't think he did. Nah, I don't think so.
Didn't he get stabbed in like the heart or something?
No, yeah, he's a wizard.
He's definitely dead.
All I'm saying is that he's in Witcher 3, the video game.
Slowly inserted it through his sternum. There's no way.
Here's the thing, though, Jace.
When
he got Ciri out of the castle, he went and did something, and said, "I'll be back," and never came back. And we have no fucking clue what he went and did. So Mausik's not done. We'll see him again. I just don't know if it's going to be flashbacks or if he went and did something and made a copy of himself or some wild magic shit. But he disappears in like the first episode when shit goes down. And he's like, "I'll be back." And then doesn't show up again until he gets shapeshifted. So, like, what did he do?
So and what did he do?
It so important.
And also,
so, like, we'll find that out.
He's in Witcher 3, the video game. Which, again, takes place a long time after this, so I think he's still kicking. Unless they made that change to, like, the lore. Unless they're like, no, we're killing him.
He's too pretty.
Yeah, I want to keep him.
He's a pretty guy. He's a pretty guy.
He's a good-looking man. I'd like to
I'm attracted to him
get some fucking hot wings with that guy.
Mark Maron.
Mark Maron. Whoa, but like dead ass though.
Right though? Like I'm not joking.
No, I'm kind of
that's that same brand of daddy hot. Like you're like, yes, into
yeah,
it.
I'm kind of upset how hot he is as Sam Sylvia on Glow. Like I'm kind of upset about it in a way I cannot
it's
articulate.
upsetting.
I'm like,
it's his voice
why
too.
is he
it's
hot?
his voice too.
Glow is
it's his voice too. Like it's his beard, it's his glasses, and it's his voice. Like those things connected. I'm like, I hope I grow up to be like that someday.
Absolutely.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Your
version.
Mousik and fucking I already forgot his name.
Sam Sylvia on Glow.
Yes, I want both of them to hang out with me and smoke cigars on a lakeside cabin.
I could see that. happening.
I want to fucking take them both out to Buffalo Wild Wings. I want to split
my
some fucking
God.
hot wings.
The bar
Aaron
is so
would
low.
absolutely not show up to that date.
They go Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay, great. See you. No.
Never. But I'm like, I have a gift card. Anyway. So
Gift
I
card for Buffalo Wild Wings.
for Buffalo Wild Wings, $50. That's like
Also,
3
complete
wings for
non-
everyone.
Also, complete non sequitur. I listened to a WTF episode with Mark Maron, of course, and Mandy Patinkin. And, like,
Wow.
again, if there's people that check those boxes, those two.
Ha-cha-cha.
Mandy Patinkin is amazing. And
What a wild dude. What a career. What a fucking career.
Love that wild dude.
If you
Love-
like either of them or both of them together, listen to that episode. It is the most wildly entertaining Jewish shit I've ever listened to in my life.
Right.
It's
the
so
only
great.
the only
It's so
episode
great.
of WTF that out Jewishes that one is the one with Seth Rogen where they talk about Israel. But yeah, Mandy Patinkin, what a wild dude. What a fucking wild ass career. On Criminal Minds, left Criminal Minds, wild guy. We love a legend like Mandy Patinkin. But this gin episode, Bottled Appetites, it strung me along the first time. I did not see the switcheroo that Geralt was actually the one with the wishes coming. They bamboozled me. They did the look over here, look over here, look over here, and then you didn't notice when they fucking punched you with their left hand. This show's very good at that like simple misdirection stuff. And the next episode, Jace, that you're going to watch is the greatest piece of misdirection the show will probably ever pull off. It's absolutely buck fucking wild.
Episode 7?
Episode 7, the next one, is like the biggest, like, look over here, hey. Absolutely buck fucking wild. It's very exciting stuff. But I love that we have fucking Yennefer and Geralt together. They have fucking good chemistry. They take a sexy bath together.
The show exists in a really nice sweet spot where everybody is over expectant of like big switcheroos, so that small switcheroos can fly completely unnoticed under the radar. Because like it's been a thing since fucking M. Night Shyamalan did it in Sixth Sense. Like everyone was waiting for the twist. What's the twist? And it's become a noun at this point, and I fucking hate it. A proper noun even. And like the shows or movies that just twists.
Oh.
Like M. Night Shyamalan commoditized twisting people with misdirection in a way that like I think really self-sabotaged movies for like a decade or two. And then now we're getting into the like, oh, TV's cool. And if we do big twists in TV, it kind of fucking sucks because you just watch 10 hours of shit for no reason. So we have to do subtle twists and mix them in. And so like the art of slight misdirection, like sleight of hand almost, is becoming more it's more, proliferate. And
do you know the
I am telling you, you need to watch Steven Universe.
Oh my god, broken out. Take a shot, everyone. Take a shot.
No, but seriously, I will keep saying it until you do it.
One day. The only show that I can think of that pulled off a massive twist that was like fucking satisfying and I didn't feel like I had wasted my time because the show was good before the twist.
The Good Place.
Was The Good Place, exactly. Was the fucking first season of The Good Place where they got me. They fucking got me. Those bastards.
I remember fully just gooped, like jaw on the ground, rewatched all of it with a new lens, and it took on such a meaning.
It's the laugh that nails it too, because like there's the realization, and then the like
Ted
dancing.
Oh,
Ted,
so good.
fucking
Have y'all watched
dancing.
this new show called Mr. Mayor? Have y'all seen any of that so far?
I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's him and Holly Hunter. It's pretty good. It's the new Tina Fey, Robert Carlock show.
Yeah.
Who are, problematic faves, but I'll check out whatever show they put their name on. And especially if you give me fucking
Bobby
Ted
Moynihan
Danson and Holly Hunter. Right. And Bobby Moynihan and what's her face from
name?
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and from She-Ra, Princesses of Power. I love her, and I can't believe I can't remember her name.
Bella Lavelle. It's something very close to that. As if I don't have a laptop at my fingertips.
Right. There's no way we will ever find this information.
There's no way to know. It's Bella Lavelle. I got it.
Right.
Your boy knows.
I don't think I've ever seen Bobby Moynihan. Not to go too far off topic, but I don't think I've seen Bobby Moynihan in like a serial style TV show in ever.
The only time I can think of is the final season of Kimmy Schmidt, where he plays a significant recurring character. But anyway, Mr. Mayor is good. Ted Danson is the king of TV. There's no greater legend in the history of television than Ted Danson. Fucking Cheers, fucking Becker, fucking Damages, fucking The Good Place. Now Mr. Mayor. He's a king. He's the king. We love Ted Danson.
Silver Fox.
Hot as hell. Married to Mary Steenburgen. Hell yeah.
Who teaches him guitar in The Good Place.
Rules. Awesome. The only two people that I can think of that rival Ted Danson in the history of TV acting are his co-star Kristen Bell, who has killed endless shows, and then also Alison Brie, who again has done so much. Community, Mad Men, Glow, BoJack. Do I need to list any other examples?
That's as far as track record, that's fucking amazing.
It's absolutely stellar. It's unbelievable, the track record that all of those three people have had, as far as like,
and it's not like a TV track record like someone like Brian Dennehy had before he passed last year. That's like guest starring in every cop show you've ever watched.
Right, he's been on every show of all time.
Yeah, it's not like that, which is in itself a very, very good and laudable body of work. Instead, it's these people command the screen every time they're on TV, and it's incredible. James Spader needs one more show to be on that list, I think.
Yeah, because he had Boston Legal.
Boston Legal. He had
Blacklist,
Stargate. He had Blacklist.
Stargate. Is he on the Stargate TV show? I thought he was just in the film.
He might just be in the movie. You're right.
Anyway,
but still, he needs one or two more to have the clout to be on that list.
But he's up there. You know, that's a fucking good. It's a good run.
Yeah.
Anyway,
his Ultron's incredible. Anyway, move on.
Yeah. Ultron rules. Good movie. Underrated movie. Brings you the characters of WandaVision. Underrated movie. Anyway. Do we feel like we've covered this one? On to the next. Season 1, Episode 6, Rare Species. Again, directed by Charlotte Brandstrom and written by Haley Hall. A hunting party is gathered by one of the supporting characters of Hot Fuzz to go and kill a dragon that is menacing the hills. It turns out, actually, that the dragon was just gathering all the dragon killers in one place so that Geralt could kill them all. Good plan.
Works out.
This was the episode that actually made the diversity element of this show stick out to me, because you have two mostly mute twin black, like, I don't know if this is a horrible term, quote unquote, Nubian warriors. You know what I mean? Like, you have, and in any other show, like if that had showed up on Game of Thrones, I'd be like, you racist fucks, you absolute bastards. Because like Game of Thrones is very much like, oh look, Spain, the country, but a fantasy version. But this show has enough.
Even Walking Dead stayed away from it.
What'd you say?
Even Walking Dead stayed away from it.
Pretty much.
Like Michonne, canonically in the comics, carries her two brothers with her on chains. And they were like, not a good look. Not a good fucking look. And they left them out completely.
Can't do that, and I'm very happy for Danai Gurira that she did not have to put up with that.
Can you imagine chained black men in the South in a zombie show?
No.
Oh.
No.
Thank God Frank Darabont, who's problematic as fuck, made that decision.
Right. Frank Darabont, fucking Green Mile himself. So there's some interesting territory to discuss there.
So he obviously didn't make that decision. Someone else did.
I mean, he wasn't working on the show at that point, because Frank Darabont is only on like the first season and a half of The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's right. And the show's like season 3. Good call.
Yeah, exactly. So she's not even on there. But anyway, that's The Walking Dead, a bad show. We're talking about The Witcher, a good show. And anyway, in another show where like these were the only black characters, this would be like ridiculously offensive.
But they're also not the only black characters.
Even on this crew. Exactly. Like on another that the diversity element of this show stands out because like, okay, we have a lot of other like more well-rounded, more interesting characters of color. so this is not the only emblem
Yeah,
of
the only
fucking
black
people that we
representation
have.
wasn't two Nubian hunters. They were just extras.
Exactly. They were cool sidekicks to the dragon, and they can be cool sidekicks to a dragon if you have other characters to represent non-white people on this show, which the show has a surprising number of. And that's just all I wanted to say. Take that from a lily white Irish German Kraut Mick commenting on race in television.
It's all right. You've got the mudblood over here agreeing with you, so.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Mudblood. Yeah, let's bring J.K. Rowling into this, shall we?
No, let's not.
I'm sorry, that wasn't my point. It's just what came to mind.
Caleb, it was a funny reference. I'm not gonna deny the fact that there is a cultural stronghold that Harry Potter as a universe has over content.
Yeah.
But like, it's there. We can't fucking deny it. Let's just, it's
the same way that like Joss Whedon and Dan Harmon are very important to like my understanding of storytelling and culture, and are very like their work is very personally important to me. However, they both suck ass. They both fucking suck, and we must acknowledge that as part of this growing up. They've taught me a lot about how to be a human in a bad way. They've taught me a lot
I liked
about what
Joaquin
not
Phoenix
to do.
I liked Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. He wasn't a good person though.
Right, exactly. I admire the works of Joaquin Phoenix's Emperor character in Gladiator. But I think this episode is fine. This is what I want on a fucking fantasy television show. It's like we're going to get a hunting party together and we're going to kill a dragon, but the dragon is actually a talking British man. That
was an exciting twist. It showed its cards just enough to make it like, could they do this? Oh my god, they did.
Right. He's wearing a fucking like dragon skin vest.
Right,
they
call him
the second time and you're like, oof.
And they call him the most beautiful. He says then there's golden dragons, and he's like, they're just a myth, and he just kind of smirks. And at this one point, I was like, he knows something. I was like, I wonder, is he a dragon? I think I had
this
that.
guy a fucking dragon?
I think for some reason still though, I like when he falls down the ravine, I was like, he's dead.
Right.
So then the warriors showing up later on, I was like, what?
Whoa.
And then he comes down as the dragon. I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, also his detail was a little bit of a herring, because like this dude is guarded by these people, and you're like, this guy either travels a lot or there's something he's not explaining. And both things could have been true at any point in the episode until the reveal. So you're like, oh yeah, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. It was nice. Yeah. It was a nice, fun little.
I love that the hunting party is full of every medieval stereotype.
Yep, you have like the noble Arthurian knight who sucks. I love him. You have the like
I love that
brutish. I'm gonna
like,
beat up everyone.
If we fed him, he would have gone away. And then they're like,
no, it's
probably shouldn't eat that thing. And he's like, you never waste a kill. And then he dies while shitting. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And it's great because you get like the like white privilege with like the learned people at the same time, and they're like, don't do that, and he's like, but I must. I have been
in
contracted
any other show he'd be
glory. Like, fuck off, dude.
In any other show, in any other book, he'd be the main character, but in this franchise he shits himself to death.
He's a fucking red shirt.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the first guy to die in this universe, which rules. Love it.
It makes
Love
sense because he's the thumb that sticks out the worst in this universe. Everyone's dirty and awful, and he's like, I'm going to be good, and everyone's like, no, you're fucking
nah, dog. Nah. Get out of here with your bullshit.
Good at dying. Bye.
And I love that, like, the dwarves get to live at the end after they kill everybody else. Like, they just show up and the dragon's like, take these teeth. Have fun. And they're like, all right, sounds good.
Like,
I know a good deal when I fucking see it. I see all these dead bodies. I know when I'm getting a good deal.
It's so great. They're like, so we're late. And the dragon's like, "You're gonna die."
He's like, "Oh, we missed all the fun." And he's like, "Trust me, you didn't want to be part of this."
You didn't want in on this. All good.
Also, I love that the dragon like sets them up. Like it's not just like
yes,
leave. It's like, cool, you got me. Here's some teeth. Go tell people you got me. And they're like, yeah,
absolutely. Free drinks for life. I killed the dragon. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I love that. I love that fucking Yaskier sleeps through the whole thing. Good bit.
Very Bilbo Baggins of him.
Yeah, very Bilbo Baggins. I really love Geralt and Yennefer in this episode.
Can I get one short episode? Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you real quick because I want to keep talking about the dwarves for a second. Can I get one short episode that's like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Just the dwarves heading back home, figuring out what the story is they're going to tell people because they didn't actually kill a dragon.
But like, how did you get the teeth out of it? Like,
exactly, just like the two of them drinking all the way home, trying to make up a story. And then telling the story when they get there. I want that. I would
watch the shit out of that for sure.
100%. I hope that this show gets the budget to like do bullshit like that. I love that.
But also going back to Geralt and Yennefer, a lot of the stuff we talked about earlier actually happens now, right? Exactly. It's reflective of that. But the big ideas, the lines in question, they're all right there. Mm-hmm. And it's cool.
It feels like a good conversation between the two of them. It's a little, the like one wonky thing is that he just drops the like child surprise line in the middle of all this, which feels a little bit like that, like in the Glee Christmas episode of Community where the dean is like, and to think I let him pilot that magic carpet in my dream I had last night. I'm like, too much. No one would lay out that much information all at once on accident. It's just like a dad too much, but like whatever. It gets us to a good.
I will chalk it up to the fact that he was equally affected by his final wish.
Yeah, exactly. Like he can't resist Yennefer. He wants to tell her his secret.
He goes on to say, "I've said more to you in 5 minutes than I've said in the past 2 weeks," or whatever that line is.
They brush.
It's a nice little
like
acknowledgement of what bizarre the bizarre nature of what we've just witnessed. Yeah,
yeah, and I love that there's this implication that they've met at least once between the Djinn and now that we don't see. Like, I love that implication that, like, time has passed. There are stories that you are not going to get, but they just add texture to this larger show, to this larger world. And that's a brave storytelling choice. Because the natural inclination would be to show us everything. And
the inclination is show don't tell most times.
Exactly. But and they do like I think it's like really well shot that they like show us kind of the last betting between the two of them, and then that's then visually reflected when they spend the night together in her massive tent. Like all of that is very good and like is a good piece of storytelling. That like these two, this is not the second time they're running into each other. It's at least the third. And this, we just keep bouncing off of each other in this way. And that builds us up so nicely to that moment where she's like, how am I supposed to know if I actually like you? Because you did a fucking genie trick on me. And I'm very upset about that, justifiably. But also, yes, I do understand where you're coming from. You did save my life. Anyway, it's a good bit. It's a good moment.
Yeah.
I don't know, good show that we're watching.
Yeah,
it's a good show. I enjoy it.
Solid.
Yeah, we decided to talk about it for 4 weeks. It's a pretty good show. Yeah.
We're really just talking about this because you really don't want to talk about season 4 of Community, but that's fine.
Well, it was a nice reprieve.
I love when I get people to like loud laugh. And caught Jace completely unawares.
You did.
I mean, like,
that's a good one.
Don't get me wrong. That's not going to be like the most pleasant 7 weeks of my entire life. But also, like, we did want to talk about that. Like, we've been talking about this for months of like, we should do this as like a reprieve.
How else would you have gotten me to watch The Witcher?
Exactly. Like that's sometimes I'm like, do I need to start a fucking podcast about Twin Peaks so that I finally just like watch Twin Peaks? Like, is that what I have to do? Because okay, that might very well be it. But these are good. This is a good show. These are good episodes. I like them a lot.
This show feels a lot like one of those like Sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
No, I was about to say some of the dragon CGI is fine. It's fine. But it's used sparingly, so it's not the little animal guy that they find in the bush. He looks okay. He looks fine. But they do okay when they do visual effects like CGI on this show. They do okay.
Yeah, and of the dragons I've seen that are uggos that make me go, who fucking drew this? This is not one of them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's play Dragon's Dogma, a game that's a dragon is central to the game. And that dragon designed by Capcom, which you'd think
they would know how to make a dragon.
They would know how to make a dragon look good. This dragon's the fucking worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad. Every time it's on screen, I'm like, but why? Why did you do it so bad?
This is the one you picked? This dragon?
But, what I was going to say is that this show... it's not a phenomenon that happens a lot, which is kind of why it is a thing for me, at least. This show fits firmly into the place of you ever hit play on a game that you got or that someone gave you, or that if you have a subscription service like Game Pass is on Game Pass and you downloaded it because someone said do it, and you hit play and you're like, oh, I'm gonna like this, and then 10 hours in you're like, why does this fucking slap so well?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
There was one that came out in December of 2019 called Mutant Year Zero that was this XCOM style game with a talking boar and a talking duck that were walking around in leather in a wasteland shooting things, and it was this is gonna be fucking stupid. And 20 hours in, I was like, this is one of my favorite games of this year. What the fuck?
This is dope as hell.
Yeah, Boorman and ducks. Who the fuck thought I would have liked those two guys? And I loved them. Witcher feels like that, and it's not 100% a parallel because I did go into it with expectations, but I also went into it knowing full well that every other representation of video games in any other media, given this is very much the books, not the games, still all of those representations that exist largely kind of fucking blow. And so I went into I liked the Assassin's Creed movie, but it has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed.
Yeesh.
I liked Prince of Persia, but Jake Gyllenhaal's not Persian. And it's not a Prince of Persia movie.
Of Persia.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Just to make this entire podcast come full circle.
2010 was a different time.
It was. But this show was very much one of those Netflix is clearly playing this up like it's their Game of Thrones, which is a long ball to fucking call. And then a couple episodes in, I was like, oh shit, this might actually hit that mark for me. And then 4 episodes in, I was like, this might be my favorite show. And then 6 episodes in, I was like, yeah, no, this is fucking great. So, yeah, I don't know what my point was, but to bring up that Witcher, my first viewing of Community, was one of those everyone said watch this, everyone's talking about it. Oh shit, it's actually good. Which is nice. It's always nice when you're kind of expecting a dumper that turns out to be a slam dunk.
No, yeah. A lot of the shows people recommend to me, I hate a lot. And so, that this show is not bad and, in fact, good, I think is awesome. I love that the show is good. That I'm willingly watching it for, a second time and just, enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. This show's very fucking good. And I understand why Netflix, saw this show, saw the viewer reaction to this show, and they're like, okay, we're doing a prequel. We're doing an animated movie. We're doing another season. I feel like this will be the Netflix original, one of the few Netflix originals that gets more than 2 seasons. This one might go on for a little bit. I'm glad that fucking Henry has a role that he can sink his teeth into because my man has been struggling.
If only people would have faith in Superman.
Yeah. God damn, those are bad. And I will watch the Snyder Cut. Don't get me wrong. I won't like it, but I will
Snyder
watch
House
it.
Rules.
Snyder House rules. Speaking of no babies, Cider House rules. Who's that joke for?
Somebody, surely somebody.
Somebody
I did
out
not
there
understand it even a little bit.
Cider House Rules is a book and a movie. The movie has Michael Caine and Tobey Maguire and Paul Rudd. And anyway, they're at a cider orchard, but also Michael Caine is a doctor that gives abortions. And anyway, interesting movie. Now you know a little bit more about Cider House Rules.
Yes.
Now I know.
Not
Thank you so
nearly
much.
enough. Not nearly enough. But
You
that's
kings
something.
of New England. Anyway.
Michael Caine, what a gift. I want to see him in this show somehow.
Ooh. 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 Tasty.
Yes.
I like it. Yeah, anyway, who do we want to see show up on The Witcher?
I'm going to stand by Mark Hamill as Vesemir. I know they already cast Vesemir, and it's not Mark Hamill, but still.
I'm sure whoever they got is
better.
good. This show's casting department seems to be good, but yeah, Mark Hamill would fucking slay that part. We all know. We've seen The Last Jedi. We've been know.
We've been known that. Oh, God, he's so good. He's so good.
He's
so
very
good.
He's very good.
Also, his Joker's great, and y'all are playing through the Arkham games, and...
Yeah.
It's fire. It's fire.
Are you guys playing Night at this point?
I am. Yeah.
Just downloaded it. Kevin has played the prequel DLC. I have not played any of it just yet.
Cool. The prequel DLC is short. It's like 2 hours per character.
Yeah,
it's not
I
very
mostly just want to be Harley Quinn and beat the shit out of some cops. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it rules.
Oh my God.
It's very
I
fun
heard-
to do.
I heard not a cover, a parody of WAP, but instead of the original lyrics, it was white ass privilege. And
Whoa.
let me tell you,
I like that.
when I tell you I gut laughed at the chorus, that was like, take a selfie with a cop. That's some white ass privilege. Don't get tasered, don't get shot. That's some white ass privilege.
Whoa! Yeah.
Damn.
Very that.
made my day on a Tuesday.
For sure.
Anyway, this diverted. I guess we're done talking about Witcher for the
Yeah,
day.
anyway, I don't know. Put Danny Pudi on this show. I think he'd be good. I don't know.
Love a little Danny Pudi con.
I think Danny Pudi would have to be a barback, right? He has to be a bartender somewhere.
Oh, I'd love him to be a fantasy bartender. Are you shitting me?
I know. That's what I wasn't saying that as a joke. Like that would be the perfect role for him. In this.
I would love that, of course.
And Troy,
Anyway, I don't know.
and Troy Barnes. Donald Glover could be another hunter on another hunt later.
Sounds good.
And
Do it.
but he's the one with the big tent. He's the one with the big tent full of ladies and men.
Sure. I want John Goodman to play a monster on this show.
Yeah, just make him a Cyclops because he's already done that once.
Yeah, exactly. He's done it in Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Make
Exactly.
him fucking Cyclops.
What a fucking movie, dude.
What a fucking movie.
Dude, when I was like 30 minutes or 45 minutes into that movie and I realized that it was the Iliad, I was like, what the fuck? This is incredible.
The Odyssey. Yeah.
The
You're
Odyssey.
like, oh,
Sorry, the Odyssey. Yeah.
Man, Oh
I
Brother
was
Where
like,
Art
wait, what?
Man, the Coen brothers. Good at making fucking movies.
Yeah, they're real good. They're
You ever
real
just sit
good.
back? I watched after helping Jace's partner move all Sunday. I went home and I watched A Serious Man, which is one of the lesser known Coen efforts. It's the most Jewish movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Rules. They make good movies. I
Is
don't
it
know what
more
to say.
Jewish than an American or what is
Five
it? An
Locos.
American pickle?
Oh, I haven't seen an American Pickle, so I guess there's possibility that one.
What?
This was
It's
A
a Seth
Serious
Rogen
Man
movie about
is
a Jewish immigrant.
yeah. A Serious Man is American Jews. American Pickle is European Jews, unless I am wrong.
I don't know. I've
Okay.
never heard of any of these.
Really? A Serious Man? Maybe. Oh, is that on Netflix currently? It's usually on Netflix. Let me see. Jace, let me check for you, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it's not currently, but I don't know if you want to borrow my DVD copy of A Serious Man. You're more than welcome to. Anyhow, I don't know. We're done talking about the fucking Witcher. Good show. Good episodes of the show. I've had too much to drink. I had another podcast before this where I talked to Craig Kikowski, Officer Kikowski from TV's Community.
No, you
and
didn't.
he was... I did. Yes, I did. I co-hosted an interview.
I did too.
I did too, bitch. And
That's
he was
awesome.
fucking lovely. And that will come out sometime in like February. But I've had a little too many substances between like work being stressful and then 2 podcasts.
Kevin, drink some water and go to sleep, huh?
Before you leave, I gotta say one more thing because it's something I did this week.
We gotta do our things.
I rolled the very long 20 minutes and fast forward credits of Cyberpunk this week, and that game is a very good Fallout game. But that is all it is. And if anybody tells you it's going to change the world, they're full of shit.
But if anyone tells you it's the worst game of all time, they're also full of shit.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly. Like it's a game.
Wait, when you say rolled the credits, you mean you beat the story mode?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
I completed the main
I'm learning some
storyline.
terminology.
And then when you're done,
You're a gamer.
So JC, I don't think you've experienced it much with the Batman games. I can't remember, but like some games will get to a point where you go to start a mission. It's like, are you sure? Because if you do this, the game's over.
Yeah, the Batman
like,
doesn't have that.
It doesn't really have that.
But like Witcher does. Like a lot of games are like, okay, after you do this, you're pretty much going to play the end of the game after that.
So Cyberpunk hits that point, and then it's like 3 hours from there, depending on which path you choose. And there's like 7 fucking endings. I got the one I think is the best. It's very good. And then the game kicks you back to the moment it asks, "Are you sure?" and lets you run around and do shit still. It's good. It's good. It's completely serviceable, and like, it's a game that's got some problematic representations of Asian stereotypes and severely lacking in any representation of transgender characters, despite Cyberpunk being ineffably based in transhumanism.
Right.
Like you can't.
They like throw a trans flag up, and they're like, "We did it," and you're like, "Oh,
dude, I saw that flag. Dude. The worst part, that flag is on the back of a truck of a character who's a side quest you absolutely don't have to do, and who literally never brings it up. So that's great. I saw it like the 4th race of 4 that you do with that character, and I was like, oh wait.
Oh, I didn't know that character was trans. That's interesting.
I don't know if they are. They've got the flag on the back of their truck.
It's
because they do not fucking talk about it. Yeah, Claire, the bartender. They don't talk about it. They don't talk about it at all. But they've got the flag on their dress. So cool. But yeah, the game is lacking in a couple of places, obviously. But like, there are some really good character moments that I like sat there and was like, damn, that's super good. So yeah, I just wanted to share that for our listeners who were thinking about whether or not they should play this problematic game. Chances are the most problematic thing you'll see, because the game doesn't really talk about anything, is the fact that most of its Asian characters talk like you would have seen them in a movie filmed in the 30s. It's pretty ridiculous. There's one Asian guy who talks and just has an American accent, and I was like, the game does it bad when that guy talks, and you go, oh shit.
Oh damn.
I was like, wait, oh fuck, damn it. The game made me just stereotype.
Oh my god,
people.
That's I love that delivery is so specific and iconic that we can all just like recognize it on sight. But that's good. Yeah, I'm still not super far. I haven't picked it up in a couple weeks, just because I've been like trying to read before like a bunch of games I want to play start coming out in like late February through the spring. But what I've played, I'm like, okay, so this is like about as good as like maybe a little better than Fallout 3, better than Fallout 4, not as good as New Vegas. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting. Because New Vegas is like exactly what I want out of these games.
It's like this game was almost New Vegas, but had too little time to get it out.
Yeah, so they ended up making like Fallout 3, which is like, yeah, that's fine.
3.1 basically. Yeah. I was gonna slow drip it. I was going to slow drip it, and then, because I was waiting for the next gen patch to come out in March, and then they were like, it's going to come out late 2021, and I was like, fuck it, I'm playing this game.
All right.
I'm not waiting until November to play it. And I wrapped it a couple days before Hitman 3 comes out tonight, so I'm very excited about it.
Hitman 3. Don't know anything about that.
He's a Hitman.
Hitman games are basically like, here's a sandbox full of people that are doing things that are on schedules, and you have to kill 1, 2, or 3 people and try and get away with it without anybody seeing you. And there's probably 12 ways to kill everybody. It's a murder playground, and I feel more at home there than anywhere.
Okay.
Scary.
It's very good. It's very good. But yeah, I'll talk about that, I'm sure, next week because I'll play it a lot.
Sounds great.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we were going to wrap up, and I was like, let me talk about Cyberpunk for 10 minutes.
No, that's
No,
good. We
that's
always talk
great.
about like shit that we're like maybe not even like recommends is the right word, but like I don't know. Here's something you might want to check out.
Moderately
there,
relevant
audience.
content.
Right.
Yeah, and our podcast tries to talk about, all of these things, and we did talk about Cyberpunk. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I felt like
we talked
sharing it
a
with
lot
people
about The
who were
Witcher
probably
in this
curious.
episode, like pound for
Yeah.
pound, more
Yeah.
than we normally talk about. Whatever.
We
show
actually
we're
stayed
supposed to
pretty
talk
much
about.
on topic, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
We were kind of
For
we didn't
us,
follow
certainly.
like episode to episode, but like that's fine. We just talked about a cool show called The Witcher, and next
It's
week
good
we're
discussion.
done with the first season,
And the only
Yeah.
and
Henry
so far the
Cavill's
only.
filming again because he beat Cyberpunk.
He's back at it. Yeah, allegedly like summer of this year. I mean, ideally while Henry was like resting up, they were like filming non-Henry things and editing the show. So I think sometime this summer we're gonna get Witcher season 2, which will be nice.
I think it'll be. You don't think it'll be in the fall?
I think because they've been filming for a while, on and off
Yeah.
between like injuries and COVID outbreaks. But like, I think they might be able to do it in like the summer.
Kev, you know what I just did? I just forgot it's 2021, and I watched this show for the first time in the fall of 2019. I was like, it
Yeah.
just came out a few months ago.
Yeah, it came out December 20th, 2019. Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this show could come out in the summer. Sorry.
been a minute. No, it's okay. You're good.
Time is a blur.
and-
It's blurs.
Yeah,
days
and they've already like released the promo image for like their Witcher anime movie, which like okay, sure,
Yeah.
I'll fucking watch
It's
that.
the wolf or something like that.
The
Ice Wolf?
something wolf. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Is it by the same guy that did Castlevania?
I hope
Same
not. That
studio?
guy sucks. I
Wait,
hope
really?
not. That guy's a fucking creep.
Oh, I didn't know that. The animation of
which
that show is very good.
He's written
Yes,
some
I didn't-
good comic books, but he's a fucking creep.
Oh no!
So-
All right. Yo,
Sorry.
I need some sleep. I'm going to dip.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
has
we
been
should
so
all
much
dip.
fun. I'm
Yes.
so excited to wrap this show up with y'all.
Yes.
Yes. Stay frosty, whatever that means. Why did my brain tell me to say that? I need sleep.
You've
Good
been
night.
playing
I
too
love
many
all
video
of you.
games. Good night, love.
Is that a video game thing?
Stay
It's a Call of
frosty.
Duty thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
This is
never
Christ.
played it.
So,
but
yeah,
you're a gamer
stay
now. It's
frosty.
just in your brain.
No,
Oh,
yeah, it's
no.
inherent gamer.
Oh
knowledge.
no.
It's in your
Okay.
gamer blood.
Well,
Gamer fuel.
I have to go.
Bye.
y'all. Love
Be
you.
safe over the next few days.
For sure.
Yes. Good night. Yeah, anyway, this is Advanced Witcher Studies. Everyone's left. Good night.
Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Some drink champagne, some die of thirst. No way of knowing which way it's going. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. The world's a stage. We're unrehearsed. Some reach the top, friends. While others drop, friends. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. I knew a man who said a fortune that was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it, shouting, "Live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Live while you're alive. No one will survive. There's no guarantee. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. You could be Tolstoy or Fanny Burst. So take your chances. There are no answers. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. I knew a man certain that you're winning. Even with the best of chances, they can kick you in the benches. Look out!